Eto sir, I'm going back to Linangan. I think there is a misunderstanding of what you're trying to do. So that's why I'm having this interview also.
Yeah.
Because they think that you do Linangan to be a kingmaker. To tell people who the next artist to collect are. Kasi usually people view residencies as a form of award kasi it's the new thing now eh. I've been part of this residency, they have connections, they have their own market, blah blah blah. So my career becomes better. And then you get in and you realize what they're trying to do. It's more of education. Your perspective in seeing the world through what you just wrote in the book, diba? So do you want to comment on this? Because there is that kind of there is that kind of
Really?
perception. Anong
Okay.
naglinangan yan?
Ah,
So they're thinking na it's a brand, it's a stamp. When in fact, it's a school, diba?
it's getting to be uncomfortable actually, no? Parang on one hand, you don't try to dissuade that mainly in the interest of getting more kind of footing in the scene because it helps in making its run reaching more people. No? I'm always aware that people always read intentions in any action you make, especially if it gets more visibility. No? And in that case, you can never really tell people what your intentions are just like that and kind of convince them. So people will always read, motivations for any action you make anyway.
Yeah.
So parang there's not much I can do about that. But what I can do is to build on any kind of perception that enhances the standing of whatever it is that you're doing because it helps you build on it and it helps you reach more people. No? So like right now, we decided that there's a modified approach to doing linangan instead of bringing people to Alfonso. And it has a very limited reach. Now we're taking it to the places where we can work with local people, enablers, no, in order to bring the program there. So like we just started with Iloilo, no. Instead of the usual 8 residents, we have 20, no. And the
20.
interesting part is they're not all Iloilo residents, no. Some come from Bacolod, some come from Aklan. There are 2 ladies coming from Cebu. Wow. There's one guy coming from Davao, no. So I guess it starts with the initial attraction of maybe I can build my career if I go through this program, no. But at the same time, it's hope. It's still a good thing if that happens, no, because like
It is, yes.
you multiply the number of artists who may more or less amplify or echo your ideals, your vision, no. But it's not an assured thing. They can always take their own path and maybe even go against that direction. But that's their. I mean, everybody's got the freedom to do so, no. So, but the point is, once you begin to have an institutional presence, you gain more credibility with other prospective partners who might take interest in this direction, and which is what we're also aiming for, because like you like to reach as many people as you can. So like from time to time, I get invited to speak to different schools, and sometimes I find it challenging if I have to speak to younger, parang participants, mga high school students, kanon, who oftentimes would have difficulty relating to complex concepts or ideas. But somehow along the way, you are able to make that connection.
Yeah.
because you can feel where they are. No? You know the effects of this so-called postmodern world is affecting them, and the way it affects everybody. Ganon. So on that level, you know, you're able to make that connection. So somewhere along the way, you hope that it clarifies things for them. Ganon. So that's why it's ano, parang whatever occurs, no, ways by which the program gets more attention will more or less be helpful in the eventuality, no, of what you want to achieve.